Hello and welcome to this brief video in which we're going to be talking about the CEM Asia 2026 event, which will take place in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia from the 17th to the 19th of November this year. And to do so, I'm delighted to have with me one of the co-chairs of CEM Asia, Professor Dr. Juliana Jalaluddin, who is also Professor of Environmental Health, specialising in air quality at the University Putra, Malaysia. She previously served as head of the Environmental and Occupational Health Department and currently leads the research team for air quality and health impact. She's a senior researcher and consultant specialising in air quality monitoring, exposure assessment and related health impacts, focusing on urban and traffic-related air pollution, industrial exposure and transboundary pollution. Professor Juliana is the principal consultant for Malaysia's National Clean Air Action Plan, and she serves as an environmental health expert for the National Environmental Health Action Plan. So, Professor Juliana, thank you so much for joining me on your busy day today. Can I kick off by asking you to explain what exactly CEM Asia is, who should attend, and why should they register?
Okay, thank you for your kind introduction. So, CEM Asia 2026 is a specialized conference and exhibition focusing on emission and air quality monitoring. So, it brings together professionals from government, industry, academia, regulators, and researchers and technology providers to share knowledge, discuss current challenges, explore the latest developments in environmental monitoring. And the event will take place from 17 to 19 November 2026 at the Kuala Lumpur Convention Centre in Malaysia. And this year, CEM Asia will take place alongside Aquamate Asia, creating a broader platform covering environmental monitoring across air, emission, water, and wastewater. And registered visitor will have access to both events. But CEM Asia is not simply about instrument or technology. So it's about bringing science, data, technology, people together to understand environmental challenges and support effective action. And ultimately, it's about how better monitoring can help us protect the environment and, most importantly, protect human health.
Who are the people that would be most relevant to attend this particular event?
CEM Asia is relevant to anyone working in emission, air and water quality, environmental monitoring, and environmental management. So this includes government, agencies, regulators, environmental managers, industry professionals, researchers, academic, consultant, technology providers, plant operators, and also instrument users. So it is very important and high opportunity to learn about new technologies, exchange knowledge, understand current challenges, and build collaboration across the region. But more importantly, CEM Asia provide a platform to bring together science, technology, data, policy, and people.
In my experience, environmental monitoring is usually, apart from in research, driven by regulations. Are regulations becoming tighter in environmental regulations? Are they becoming tighter in Asia at the moment?
This is a very important question. So, how can we protect people if we do not know what is in the air they are breathing? So, this is why air quality monitoring is very important. When we have a very strict regulation, we can monitor and allow us to understand what pollutants are present, how concentration change over time, where pollutant may be coming from, and who may be exposed. So we are not simply collecting numbers. Every measurements provide evidence. So good quality data help us understand the magnitude, pattern, and potential sources of pollution, assess exposure, and evaluate health risks. So it also determines whether the action we take to reduce pollution are actually working.
I was just reading the news in the UK. Some researchers have just published some research in London where they've shown that the lung growth of children has been substantially improved where they imposed the ultra-low emissions zone. Are you seeing similar projects in Asia?
Yeah, of course, when we talk about environmental measurements, of course, we are talking about air pollution, the air that we breathe every day, and how the air can affect our health. So I have conducted many epidemiological studies to determine the relationship between the exposure of air pollutants and community health impact. So air pollution is an important environmental determinant of health. So people can be exposed to air pollutants throughout their daily life, and this exposure can affect not only their respiratory and cardiovascular health, but also as organ system in the body. The impact of global health is significant. So the World Health Organization estimate that ambient air pollution contribute approximately 4.2 million premature deaths every year worldwide. This highlight how serious air pollution is as a global public health concern. And importantly, air pollution does not stop at the lung. Current evidence show that air pollution can also affect every organ in the body, including the brain. So particulate matter, especially PM2.5 and ultrafine particle, is a major concern because this very small particle can penetrate deep in the lung and may enter the bloodstream. So they can trigger inflammation and oxidative stress, affecting different systems in the body. So we are seeing growing evidence of association between air pollution and brain health, cognitive function, and also mental health, including depression, anxiety, and stress. So at the same time, emerging pollutants such as black carbon, microplastic, and PFAS are receiving increasing scientific attention. So if we want to protect people health, we first need to understand what people are being exposed to. And this is where data and monitoring become critical.
That's an excellent summary, and it perfectly explains why people should come to CEM Asia in Malaysia in November, because there are obviously lots of different parties that are involved in air pollution, industrial emissions, traffic, in town planners, city planners. You've got researchers, consultants, designers, the health authorities. This is an opportunity for all of those disparate groups to come together and talk about an issue that affects all of them, in fact, all of us. The last thing I wanted to say is that registration for the event is free of charge. And if anybody would like to register, go to ilmexhibitions.com so that you can get your free access to the event, both the air quality and emissions event, as well as the water quality monitoring event. So the whole of environmental monitoring will be at this event alongside an international exhibition featuring many of the world's leading providers of technology and services. So thank you again, Professor Juliana. Lovely to meet you, and I look forward to the event.